Hello, everyone. I'm Adam with AEW Maine Treasure Adventures. Normally, I'm diving and underwater metal detecting to clean out the Maine waterways. However, I'm staying dry and letting somebody else get suited up. Today's amazing hidden gem adventure takes us on the water in Frenchman's Bay in Bar Harbor, Maine. We are going to see what's in the ocean, from the cool, the weird, and the dangerous sea creatures that you might get a chance to see on this trip. You might be asking by now, what are we doing today? We are going to the most interesting and exciting attraction you can go to in Bar Harbor. It's Diver Ed's Dive-In Theater. Their ocean explorations are famous around New England. This will be the most entertaining and most memorable experience you and your family will have while here. This should absolutely be on your list of things to check out when you come to Maine. If it's not, you are missing out big time. Whether you are 2 to 102 years old, this is an amazing trip to do for you grown-ups and especially the kids. You will see things you don't normally get to experience. You will 100% get to learn something that you didn't know before. You will laugh and be entertained from the moment you get on board to the moment you get back on land. This 2-hour event will be the coolest thing you do in Bar Harbor, Maine. We are going to step on the Starfish Enterprise. This is a U.S. Coast Guard certified 51-foot vessel that holds up to 70 passengers. You are greeted by all the cast of characters, like Diver Ed, his wife Edna, or Dr. Evil, as Ed has nicknamed her. Not one, but 2 huge purebred water rescue Newfoundland dogs, Nori and Elver. And of course, one of the most instrumental characters to the success of the day's adventure is Mini Ed, number 199. You will soon see here in a moment why he is number 199.
Here, you can pull those through like that. Strap on the side goes around your back. On the end of the strap is a clip. Just clip it to the ring in the front, and then pull on the free end to tighten. Everyone, give her a hand.
After Nori and Ed give a demonstration on how to use one of the life vests, just in case of an emergency, we leave the dock by taking one of the most scenic boat rides along Frenchman's Bay. As we make our way out to some of the islands on the coast of Bar Harbor where we drop anchor, this is the time Diver Ed explains all of his equipment as he gets his dry suit on and goes over the plans for the day.
It's designed to keep you dry while I'm underwater. Most divers wear a type of a suit called a wetsuit, which is a skin-tight suit to put on. The water comes in, and then your body has to warm up the water between your skin and the suit. The biggest advantage to a dry suit over a wetsuit is that you guys didn't have to watch me get dressed in my Speedo. Now you see my head and hands are still exposed to the water, so I use a wetsuit, hood, and gloves to keep those warm. Now, inside of this tank is a gas called nitro, which is just a fancy word for saying air with extra oxygen in it.
Once everything is covered on board, Ed makes his way to the back of the boat. All the kids are invited to help Diver Ed get into the water by giving him the push-off that he needs.
Stop! Stop! Go!
Once in the water, he makes his way to the bottom of the ocean and starts looking for and collecting amazing creatures to show off to everyone on the boat. We will talk a lot more in a moment about some of the animals that he usually sees and some of the rare animals that he comes across, including sharks. Once he has collected as many different animal species as he can, he will bring them back up to the surface to hand over that day's treasure finds so that the crew can get them prepared so all the passengers can examine and touch these spectacular group of animal friends.
So you can tell who does the heavy lifting in this trip, who takes the risks. So he's going down today. There are actually a lot of sharks here. People think maybe there aren't because the water's so cold. But there are sharks here. And he has dove with them. Siren, say what? Okay, you're coming up for the camera. Okay, so he's coming up for the camera. We'll get
While at the surface, he will also grab his specially equipped, high-definition underwater camera to take us all underwater with him, to see everything he sees in real time. The video camera is attached by a long cable to the TV monitor on the boat, so you get an instant video feed. As the HD TV on board the Starfish Enterprise is turned on, you get to experience the bottom of the ocean come to life. Dr. Evil, narrates and educates about the different species that you are seeing on the TV.
If you look closely, you might be able to see little tiny dots where it changes from brown to black. Can you see little tiny dots? It's hard to see on this one. Oh, on the top you can see them. Little black dots. Those are the eyes of the scallop. They have many, many very complicated eyes.
Diver Ed and Mini Ed get a closer look at some of the coolest things that live in the cold waters of the North Atlantic Ocean. Mini Ed can usually at this point be found getting a little too close to some of the lobsters and or crabs. This may or may not be the reason it's Mini Ed 199 now.
Mini Ed loves the sea creature so much, he decided to give the cucumber a little pet. Oh yeah, lovey-dovey sea cucumber. Rock crab, poor Mini Ed. Now this is going to take a while because he took a beating down there. But look at grabbing a hold of him like that. What's Mini Ed going to do? Oh look, I think they're kissing. Mini Ed's trying to get a kiss in. Poor Mini Ed.
After showing everything that they see down in the depths of the ocean, both Diver Ed and Mini Ed make their way back onto the boat, where the real fun begins.
He can't give you 5.
That's a brand new suit. I don't know if I can get it to make fart noises. Oh, that's awesome. Excuse me. Here we go. All right. Any of the kids that are feeling brave and don't mind getting a little wet, you're welcome to come sit on these boxes up front. Everyone else should have a seat on one of the benches. Brave kids, come on up.
Diver Ed and Edna will walk around and show off each specimen to the boat, all while talking about the interesting facts or what makes this particular animal special.
Okay, anyone remember what this little guy is? A scallop, right. A lot of people ask me what I do for a living in the winter time. One of the things that I do is I dive for scallops. Our season in Maine goes from December till March, so it's only in the winter that we can legally harvest them. This is a baby. They have to be at least 4 inches across. Oh! I had no idea I was going to do that. Oh, yeah. They have to be at least 4 inches across to keep them. You're going to see little black dots around the edges. Anyone remember what those are? Eyes, right. They have highly developed eyes, but what don't they have to see a picture? Brain.
All the sea creatures that were found a little while ago are all in touch tags. Ed then invites everyone up that wants to get a closer look or touch any of the animals. I know not everyone wants to touch the animals, and that's okay. However, I highly recommend giving it a try. No matter how old you are, get right up there. I would try something easy, like pet a lobster or a sea cucumber, but at least make contact with one animal. It is set up so nobody will get hurt by anything. For example, the lobster's claws are rubber banded, but it's important for everyone to understand and learn about these awesome creatures. Plus, how many people can say they touched a sea cucumber? Some animals will feel weird and different, some slimy and some not. But when are you going to get this kind of opportunity to experience something that you haven't done before? This is a great time to step outside your comfort zone. The worst thing that will happen is maybe you get a little salt water on you. That'll wash right off in the sink or shower. Let's take a look at some of the more common animals that you most likely will be able to see each trip. Although, keep in mind, it is the sea. Things change all the time. Every trip out is different, and the animals move around. So you don't always see the same things. It changes all the time. With that being said, you are very likely to see lobsters. A couple different species of crab, like the Jonah, peaky toe, or they also call them Atlantic rock crab, hermit crabs, sea cucumbers, scallops, mussels, shrimp, sand dollars, northern starfish, or as they are now referred to as sea stars. Make sure you pay attention on the TV to see things that won't be taken off the bottom, like anemones, jellies, barnacles, and fish, among a wide variety of other sea life. Sometimes you get a chance to see some of the harder to locate creatures, like the toad crabs, sea snails, sculpin, different sea sponges, spiny sun stars, forbs or blood star sea stars. Did you know that the Gulf of Maine is home to 10 species of starfish? A ton of larger things that could make an appearance at any time, like sharks, harbor porpoise, gray and harbor seals. You never know what you could see out here. Matter of fact, let's take a look at Diver Ed underwater while a shark sneaks up on him. Edna saw it first and asked Ed about it. Diver Ed starts looking around. The shark swims back over his shoulder. That's a scary encounter to have while diving. Let's watch some of the passengers checking out some of today's finds, before it's time for Diver Ed to return the animals to the ocean unharmed.
Okay, anyone remember what this little guy is? Sand dollar, right? This is a relative to the starfish. Remember, starfish have spines? This guy has little brown fuzz all over it. Those are the spines. On the underside,
At the back of the boat, everyone is invited to help in the process of getting the animals back to their home on the bottom of the seafloor. Let's head back to the dock. I'll show you some maps of where to park, or use the free Island Explorer bus stop that you can get dropped off at to go on your own amazing adventure with Diver Ed's Dive-In Theater. I will also put all the contact, ticket, and any other pertinent information that could be of use when getting ready to jump on this hidden gem of Bar Harbor. If you are driving yourself there, passengers are allowed to use the College of the Atlantic North Lot. The parking lot is located here on the map. Just follow the arrows and look for Diver Ed's sign. I recommend taking advantage of the Island Explorer's free bus. It will be one of the easiest ways to get to the College of the Atlantic. It's the number 2 bus for Eden Street at the Village Green. The COA is the first stop. Get there about 30 minutes early and go check out the finback whale skull. Everyone meets in front of the Door Museum, and the pier is also shown on the map. Until the next adventure, AEW out.